Welcome to the Harley J Way. The Harley J Way. I'm your host, Harley J. Let's jump right in. Welcome back to the Harley J Way podcast. My name's Harley J. I am your host. Harley J. I'm your host. I'm not Harry. I'm Harley J. I have no clue what to talk about for this episode. I have no ideas, no nothing. My mind is blank. But that's the idea. When you have nothing in your head, just start speaking, start rambling. Something will pop up. Don't stop speaking. Never stop speaking when you have nothing to talk about. When you have nothing to talk about, then just start talking, and something will happen. And eventually, it will go crazy. I mean, I didn't even plan to do any of this right now. No, that's scripted. Sometimes I script stuff. Usually, I just take little notes beforehand and just kind of freehand that. But no, this is all just all throughout my head right now. Improv. Yes, and I love that song. That song is so good. It's a good song by Ariana Grande. I'm not really the biggest Ariana fan, but like that song, woo, it's good. What other music am I into? I've been loving it, or no? No, it's not called Lovin' It. It's called Lovin' On Me. Lovin' On Me by Jack Harlow. Of course, I think everyone's listening to Dance You Out of My Head by Kat Janice. Support her mission. I support her and her son and her cancer. We don't want to support her cancer. Like, why would you want to support someone with cancer? That's just weird. But yeah, I mean, what else? I feel like I've been like listening to a lot of Michael Jackson. That's good. Ooh, Drake. I love Drake. Some good Drake. Ooh, beautiful. Yeah. I think it's kind of just all that music. I listen to music every day. So much of my life is music. Another part of my life is roller coasters. I love roller coasters. Haven't been on that many, but I love them. And just love them so much because they're so fun and it's like thrilling. I love watching videos online, but I haven't really ridden that many. The most recent roller coaster I rode Flight of the Hippogriff at Universal Studios, Hollywood, which is pretty close to me where I live. But I mean, I rode two. There's two coasters there. They're building a third one, but the two coasters, they're only, I rode each one twice. The scariest one, the craziest one, is called Revenge of the Mummy. It starts like really slow and like being taunted by mummies, and then boom, you get shot up. A little crazy. It's absolutely insane. But I mean, you might be asking, why am I just talking to you directly right now? This is weird, right? This is rambling. There's no idea. Because I have an episode for next week. That was originally going to be this week, which was originally going to be last week, which was going to be the week before, and I've kept pushing it off. Because of many factors. Because it's a crazy episode. But whatever. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to talk about, but like I said, I'm just rambling. I'm going so fast I can't even hear myself. So if you can't hear myself, if you can't understand me, I also have Invisalign in, which makes it really hard to speak. Or retainers. Let me take those out. There we go. Can you hear me better? I'm going really fast, and I'm kind of doing that on purpose because that's kind of the point of this. The point of this episode is to show you that rambling can be something fun, and it can be a way to unstick writer's block. I thought that this episode was improv, and some of it was, but I did I did explain all this, and I took all it down. Everything that I'm talking about here. This isn't fake. This is all real, but also it's fake, because I planned all this, and I scheduled it all. Not scheduled. What am I saying scheduled? But I knew I was going to ramble, and I knew what I was going to ramble about, and I basically scripted it all. Why was I saying scheduled and not scripted? I don't know. But yeah, that's it. I feel like it's not this isn't the end of the episode, but like, actually now I'm actually on writer's block. So like I said, ramble. I mean, honestly, like I said, I have an episode for next week, and that was going to be this week's episode, but then I just got really tired, and I got some really bad news today, and that's hurting, and then I got more bad news, and then, yeah. So yeah, but hey, you know, in the end, just rambling. That's the only way to really get out creative writer's block, because it's. I mean, eventually you're always gonna be rambling. The only way, you might not think of it as rambling, but if you're just doing lots of stuff and then eventually an idea clicks, what comes to you, that's rambling. You're going and doing things so quickly because you're trying to find ideas. You're just kind of going with your head. But I don't know. I'm moving really fast, and I don't really know when I'm going too fast. If you can't understand me this entire episode, go down and if you can, make this episode slower, like slow the time down, and then replay it. And yeah, I don't know, but I feel like life can just be crazy sometimes. You know what I mean? I feel like life is just this insane thing of insaneness. And yeah. But I mean, I feel like I'll be honest, I haven't going through a really tough period of my life recently. It's been so stressful and so hard, and it's been this hasn't been a fun thing for me, and life hasn't been the best recently. So I haven't been the best in the podcast. I feel like usually, we had a server shutdown a couple weeks ago, and a podcast episode wasn't able to be released. And usually I would have been straight on that, fixing that right away. But I feel like I wasn't because I just haven't been feeling the best recently. But this makes me so happy, just recording and talking to y'all. I've honestly been spending more time planning for the future of this podcast than working on the now in the podcast. But, yeah. I feel like that's just what life is. We all procrastinate on things that aren't important, but then they actually are important. So, and then life goes horribly. So, I also want to give a big shout out to all of my friends. I've kind of just been, I have friends that I hang out with every single day, and I love them all so much because they're so amazing. And you know who you are. If you're listening to this, you know who I am. So of course you know who I am. You know who you are. Y'all help me through the biggest things. And I feel like I'm just so grateful for my friends because, of course, we all have family. But I really only have my parents because I have no other family really that lives that close, so I can't really, other than my aunt, she has some health problems that aren't bad, and I love her so much, but just sometimes it's hard to do things with her, and while I wish things could be better, I just feel like to do anything I have to be with my parents, so I don't really, and then they're always working, so I feel like I'm always in the kind of that gray zone where I'm just not really having the most fun because, I just turned 13, but only a couple of weeks ago turned 13. But which means I'm still a kid. I can't do that much by myself. I wish I could, but my life, because of everything I've done since I was so young, I've been in the spotlight. I've been in a mini spotlight, not the big spotlight, but a mini spotlight for my entire life. And I'll open up to y'all. I've been bullied my entire life. But recently I've kind of found my people that mean a lot to me, and it's like this past few months have been so good for me because my friends are always there for me, and I feel like I'm always there. I would hope that I'm always there for them because they mean the world to me. So thank you to my friends. Of course, thank you to my family, but my family isn't always able to be there for me, even though they want to. So my friends kind of just are there for me, which really means a lot to me, because I think that's what friends do. Friends don't, I mean, a lot of my friends, they go to school with me, so which means that they don't have to, I don't have to, if I want to hang out with them, I don't really, we all have the same schedule, or somewhat of the same schedule. We all have school from the same time, which means we're all there at school same time of the exact same day. So we know we're all there, and then we know when we're free. So like for my parents, when I'm at school, they have work. But then also sometimes my school starts. Sometimes their work starts earlier or later, or ends later, and a million things happen. And it just, I feel like things are never able. It's hard to do stuff with your family sometimes. But my friends have always been there to support me, and they've been. I'm so lucky to have good friends. I feel like that can be a hard thing nowadays. I've had so many fake toxic friends, and friends that are only friends with me because they think they can get something out of me. And I don't really have any of those anymore. I've had a few friends that were only friends with me to make fun of me. I had some really bad interactions and some really bad things happen. But, some of them I'm still trying to figure out, but and some of them have tried to trick me and failed. But I feel like friends are the most important thing in life. While family is so important, friends I feel like are the most important. I feel like I'm just saying I didn't plan on doing this, but I did a Family Matters episode a couple weeks ago, and now I'm doing a sequel to that, Friends Matter. Maybe I'll do a third podcast episode about something else matters. So friends, family, and what else? Let me know. I don't know. I feel like the world can be tricky, but we all gotta work through it together. So thank you to my friends. I love you all so much. And also thank you to my family, but thank you to my friends. To my friends who have been there to support me. You know who you are. And I'll be telling you to listen to this podcast so you can feel how much you mean to me. Because sometimes it's hard to say those things to someone's face because it get awkward, I feel like. Even if they're your best friend. People can't always understand what you're trying to say and then make a joke out of it, and you're never actually able to get out the real thing. So even just telling my friends that they matter to me, that can be hard sometimes, I feel like. So you know who you are. You matter to me. Thank you. Peace out.